Hey guys, welcome to that filthy show. Well, it's post Halloween, and that means my girlfriend's depressed. She's upset, but I've discovered something about my girlfriend this year. Her and her best friend. Oh, fuck me. Give me a sec. Okay, so I discovered something about my girlfriend this year is her and her best friend exchange Halloween gifts. I did not know that was a thing. So yeah, what they do is they've been friends since childhood, and they will exchange, and they're into gothy stuff. And we spent last night in a cemetery. Don't ask, and, but I love her. And they're on the gothy things, and they exchange stuff for Halloween. It's like their Christmas, and it takes 10 years to get set up. But right now, give me a second. Fuck me. What the fuck, cats?
Hi, I think I'm live. I'm Ryan, the guest, and this is That Filthy Show with technical difficulties. Here's my socials. I might as well do that so you can see. I'm pretty sure we're here to talk about me as a comedian, so I will tell you that I am Hamilton based. I started, I don't remember when, and I have traveled all over Southern Ontario. I've performed in Florida. I have performed in Texas. And here's DJ to do the proper intro. DJ, are you there for your own show? No, you're not. Well, I'll keep talking. I just did a successful show at Nickelbrook Brewery here in Burlington, Ontario. Sold out. The next one will be a December show. We'll have some people. I'm going to dress up as Santa Claus because I like to dress up. I just did a Halloween show and no one dressed up but me, and I stuck out like a sore thumb. I don't see DJ here either. So this is the call-in segment where you can message. You can let us know what you're doing here. As you can see, my name is Ryan Chowing Down Sim. Actually, here we have a comment. Actually, I'm not allowed to show them. Someone says, I honestly want Ryan's babies. That's from YouTube user Ryan Sim. So, DJ, are you there?
Oh, wait, give me a second. Hey, Ryan. Sorry about that. I'm just working on the camera.
No problem. I'm going to show the audience what I'm drinking. I'm drinking a Pinot Grigio Rosé, and by that I mean my friend Miro, one of my super fans, bottled his own wine in Hamilton. So yes, we're using Hamilton water. It's about
that
$3.
Alone should get you drunk.
It's about $3 a bottle. and we've just
Okay.
put labels over top of old labels. My favorite was Bill and Jen Goldstein's wedding in 2002. That's a good wine. Okay, here we go. You're not back, DJ. Okay. All right. So as I said, I run a show on YouTube. It's every week. It's called Chowing Down. We're currently on episode 66, and the show is basically me going around Hamilton and Southern Ontario, eating food that will upset my stomach because I have IBS. And the next episode I'm doing features a fellow comedian that's been on the show before, I think, Christian Reimer, who runs a show here in Hamilton Sunday nights at the Winking Judge at 8:35 p.m. So are you there, DJ?
I'm back. Look at that. Camera's working and all. Woo!
Oh, see, like this is very Hamilton. I'm trying to open a wine bottle just by my hand.
Is it
cork.
corked?
Yeah.
Oh God! You know what would be better if you took a knife and just opened it with a knife.
Maybe, what about this? Is this gonna break my teeth?
Ah, well, you know what? That just make you fit into Hamilton a little more.
Oh, ow.
Don't destroy yourself. Oh, speaking about mixing drinks, guess what I found today or this weekend in the liquor store? Mud launched coffee lager.
Oh, that's like Buzz Beer from Drew Carey. Remember that?
Yeah, but guess what?
Okay,
this is the first time I've tried it. Let's have.
Hey,
okay.
you know what? Here, let's both do this and cheers, and let's restart this. Here you go. Cheers.
Here you go. Cheers. Don't worry. I'll edit all that out.
Don't. I was doing a big promotion.
None of your stuff. I'll just say, hey, you know what? That's the love. Oh my God.
What happened?
I tasted the coffee lager.
You know, DJ, we're live on YouTube, so actually it doesn't matter what you edit out. People are watching.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying this is the troubles of running a live show is it happens.
Okay, so do you what?
What's up?
Why don't you do your normal intro and I'll pretend like I'm not here.
No. All right, guys. Halloween passed. I found out my girlfriend and her best friend exchanged gifts. We covered that. We're bringing on Ryan Sims. He's already been talking. And Ryan, how you doing? Oh, Ryan's camera's out now. Oh,
no.
It's a live show. All right, you're back. All right.
I did.
So
I did.
Ryan, you run shows.
Yes, I do. I run a bunch of shows, and at least half of them are good.
Okay, that's an accomplishment.
I run a weekly show at a place in Hamilton called the Galley Pump.
Yeah.
I actually really like the show. We always got a lot of comics. We've got some, I would call them real Hamiltonian audiences. So
Gotcha.
If you get a laugh there, you'll probably get a laugh anywhere.
Yes.
And this Thursday at 8 p.m. we have Glenn Griffith, which is Toronto's Donald Trump. It's going to be a huge show. And as you can see, it says he's funny, he's orange, and he's got big hands. So you can come check that out November 4th, 8 p.m. Next week, we also have Pete Van Dyke headlining. We got lots of great people. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like Pete.
So that's, you could check out Comedy at the Galley every Thursday here in Hamilton at 365 Wentworth Street South, 8 p.m. And if you a little bit more sophisticated, bi-monthly, I run shows at breweries around the area. More recently, Nickelbrook. We just had our successful Halloween one, but I was the only one that came dressed up. So fuck everybody.
That's gotta suck that you're the only one that came dressed up.
Including the audience members. I was just I dressed up as this giant clown, and I was like, no one's gonna like. Anthony Malekis was like, you probably wanted to just have a normal costume and blend in, and I stuck out like this clown from Spawn, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's me. I was mentioning I'm a Hamilton-based comedian, and I also said I have a food review videos called Chowing Down, where I go around and abused my body to the point where I have chronic weekly diarrhea.
Oh, okay. And here's one of your things.
Oh yeah, that was last week's.
Yeah.
That was the worst thing. I got some here if you want me to give them to you. It's called the Spicy Korean Noodle Challenge.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Anything with any food with the word challenge at the end
it,
is a heads up.
it was so spicy that I wish I had diarrhea. I was up all night with heartburn so bad I thought I was having a heart attack. Um, so if you're gonna eat those, make sure you drink some milk. Yeah, that was.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can Google the Korean noodle challenge on the internet and see.
Yeah.
And you could see people like sweating, and they don't. I have two things. I can't eat spice anymore because of my IBS, and I have a gluten sensitivity. So when I ate spicy noodles, my body was like, "Fuck you, then." Are you frozen, DJ?
You gotta love it when you're. Give me a sec. Did I freeze?
I think you did. I'll just do this show on my own. I'm prepared to talk about Bob Dylan if you go away again. Okay.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
I was just trying to share this. Where are we talking about? Boom, boom, and they got that going on. Oh, it didn't even come on.
Oh God, that was. I went for Hakka food with my friend Vikram. Hakka food is Indian style Chinese food. So you know how Canadians we eat chicken balls and egg rolls? That's Chinese food developed for our taste. Well, Chinese people went to India back in the day and they made food for the locals too. And one of their soups is hot and sour soup, which we've all heard of. But the Indian version of hot and sour soup is so goddamn hot that when I was like, "Do you serve this to people?" and he's like, "It's called hot and sour." I'm like, "Yeah, it's not called scalding." Like it was so hot that my friend Vikram, who plays a big game, he's actually from southern India. He's like, "I can eat anything," and he ate that. He's like, "Dude, that's how you blow your asshole out like permanently." Like it was so hot that he had it before the night before his wedding. He told me like during the vows he had to leave to go poo.
Buddy, I love you, but I really got to shit right now.
yeah, I do. I do. All right.
Oh fuck! All right, so would you say that was the worst food you had?
Those two were the worst food I had, not from a rating perspective, but just how I felt. The worst reviewed food I ever had was my wife's cooking.
Wait, you didn't marry Maya?
All right, what, the woman that I had a child with, her cooking?
Yeah. Okay, so let me get this straight. You have a child with Maya. You live with Maya, but yet your fear of commitment won't let you marry her. Maya, I'm on your side. I'm back. I got your back.
Technically, I don't even live here either, so we don't have to get on that in this show.
Okay, fine. CRA or IRSB, they don't live together.
Thank you. Good. Put that on record.
Well, yeah. What would you say? Okay, so as comedy goes, what would you say was your most messed up show?
Well, I've done a couple messed up shows with you. Let's do the most messed up show that you and me ever did. Okay. There was one time we went to the show. It was in London.
Oh yeah, I know this one.
And we were trying to get there early during, I think it was winter. It was cold.
It was, you know what? It was about this time last year.
And the venue, it was inaccessible. The entire street was completely ripped up. We had to park blocks away and try and get in, get into that place on our own. And then when we got there, it turns out the organizer was an hour and 45 minutes late.
But the audience showed up.
And we found out the show was in London, but everybody on the show, everybody that came to the show, including the producer, were all from Hamilton. So why did we drive 2 hours just to talk to each other?
Yeah, to do a show in Hamilton.
Yeah.
Like, why? And it was through COVID. So I remember that ridiculous plastic screen in front of the stage, and the sound system was behind the plastic. So basically, it would echo on the stage, but you barely could hear it outside the stage. So we went around the plastic to basically scream across the room at the audience.
Yeah.
But the venue was nice. Like
The
besides all that.
venue was really nice. I can't remember what it was called, but it was in London. And then another weird show that I did a show once with AJ Bates, and we were live on Twitch, so the people could pay to heckle us, but it came through with like a Stephen Hawking's voice, like, you look like the guy from The Hangover, and we were in a cage doing stand-up with a guy who was living in a cage for 30 days, and he wasn't allowed to leave live on Twitch. So we had to go into his cage, and there was like a piss bucket and a poop bucket, and he is live on the internet 24/7. So these people from just around the world were watching us, and they really liked the show, but we had to literally get on our hands and knees and crawl underneath this cage they built with like chicken wire in an apartment. And we weren't allowed to tell anyone. We had to sign a disclosure saying we wouldn't tell anyone where it was, because people from the internet would do like a SWAT thing. I guess they would call the cops on this guy.
Was he in a cage on his own free will?
Yes. So his girlfriend had to feed him, and I don't know how he bathed, sponge bath. And we went and we did the show, and then there was like a party afterwards, and at the party, I swear, she was like flirting with a guy, and she would walk away and he couldn't see what's going on. And literally the next day they broke up. So that was the weirdest show I ever did, in a cage, live on Twitch. And we were making fun of her, like saying like, why the hell are you doing this? And like, I hope us saying that didn't make her go, yeah, why the hell am I feeding a guy in a cage for 30 days and bathing him and taking his shit away?
Like, yeah, that tests a relationship. That tests a relationship big time,
But
so how's Marco's wine?
We got paid, and there was pizza. So that was, that's
Wait, did you guys do it live? Like, were you at the venue?
And so he makes money by people like at any hour of the night. You could even wake him up when he's sleeping. They pay. He sets a price. It's $1, and he can put it up when he's sleeping. Maybe it's $20. But like alarm will go off, and then he's supposed to wake up, and it says something, and then he's supposed to react to what they say. And people were able to heckle us live on the internet. Through it's not their voice, it's like text to speech.
Okay, so,
AJ, they were saying some stuff that I would consider pretty racist, and whatever. And for me, they said mostly nice things, but you're doing your set and you're ding, and you have to wait, and then you go, this guy looks like he fucked the guy from The Hangover. Okay, yeah, I do. Coming soon, Hangover 4. Detox, and then you keep going.
That's messed up.
Yeah. So that was the weirdest show I ever did.
Wow. That's messed up, dude. But are you happy now that pandemic's over, lockdowns are over? We're not the pandemic's over, but the lockdowns are over. We are seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. Shows are coming back. Like, I got my show going on. You got your shows going on. We can go out to shows and mingle. Are you honestly,
yes and no. I used to do this stuff. You started this show in the pandemic, and look at you
Yeah.
on season 4. It says.
Yes.
I did so many online shows that like I'm heading to Edmonton next week, and I just met enough comics online that I can just hopefully get on a show because
Yeah.
I know people without ever leaving my my basement, you know.
Yeah.
And I liked being able to do a show and then walk upstairs and be with my family. Now that I'm doing shows and I'm driving sometimes 3-4 hours each way, I
Yeah, I
realize
know.
comedy as a new dad is hard because I don't want to leave till my little guy's in bed and I want to be there when he wakes up. So I get no sleep. But if I just do this show and it ends at 10, I can be in bed at 10:30. If I did this show and it was in London, I'm not home till 2 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't miss that. But and the other thing is like I felt like I was a little bit more connected with people when we were stay at homes. But I like seeing people. I like having shows open. I just don't want to go back 100% to like the hustle and bustle of life
Mm.
before the pandemic because it didn't feel sustainable.
Well, one thing I've learned from the lockdowns is prioritize, right? Like girlfriend and family number one. Um, my own shows first, right? Like that's where I put a lot of my energy. Um, a couple more things, and then like shows that pay, and shows that like have purpose behind them, and then like comedy scene shit, not even worth dealing with or doing. Like I'm not going to go out of my way unless I really want to go out that night to a show that I'm not on, will never be on, never get paid for, you know,
Yeah,
just
like
to be part
as
of the scene.
so as gas is getting more expensive,
Yep.
and stuff, and you know how it is. Like you and me have shows where we can pay the headliner and the host, but we don't have really a budget for the other people, and it is what it is because it's a bar show.
Yeah.
But I always feel bad when someone from out of town comes out that I might try and dig in my pocket and give them just a little bit of gas money, just you know,
Yeah.
because times are tough. But you know, a lot of people working out shows and early in their career are willing to come and support the show just for stage time. And I don't think people realize like it's hard to make it in comedy, but even just do comedy consistently to the point where you're probably considered a comic, you probably invest more money than you get back in it.
Oh yeah. Like it's a hobby.
A full-time
Um,
hobby.
it's a full-time hobby until you like get to a level and understanding on how to work outside the comedy scene, like
Well,
make
that's
it an
probably
industry.
yeah, that's probably why you and me are since the pandemic. The one good thing about the pandemic is you and me started online shows. You have a talk
Yes.
show. I have a food review show. But what it is I think we're both just throwing stuff at the wall, seeing
And
what
see
hits,
six.
and if people want to look us up, there's content out there,
Yeah. Totally.
you know.
Totally content out there.
And there's a comic that love him or hate him, but Eric Johnston,
Oh,
he
I
he's
actually like Eric.
I like him a lot too. I like him a lot too. I want to put that on the record, but he's pretty inspirational when it comes to just doing that, throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what's happening. He had a good analogy on a podcast he did. I think he was in Alberta or something. He did a national tour right before COVID. He said comedy is like surfing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone can get on a board, but when it's your turn to hit that wave, you got to stand up and ride it.
Yeah.
And riding it means you have to have stuff on the internet that people are willing to look at. So if someone sees you on an internet clip or at a show and they look you up and there's nothing out there, you're done. But if
Yeah.
someone sees you and that's their gateway into seeing all that other stuff that you had out there and it's just ready for consuming,
Mm-hmm.
then you can hit that wave. You can ride that wave.
Yeah. Like again, it's like one thing. Also, another thing with Eric that I respect and appreciate, and he shares with people is marketing tips, how to market yourself. Like promotion, marketing, getting out there. Just, you got to grind. You got to think of it as a business, not a scene. Like, he shared that with me many a times, and I agree with him. Like,
Yeah.
it's a business if you make it.
Do you want to hear a quick story with him?
Yeah.
I was supposed to have a planned C-section with my son, which means like
I'm a C-section baby. I know.
Yeah, the doctor's like, Sunday, December, whatever, you're going in. So Eric Johnson's like, can you host my show? And I looked at Maya. She's like, yeah, go.
Yeah.
So I go, and it's a great show. It's at the Knights of something club here in Hamilton. There was like 200 people. I hosted. Jerry Hall was on it. It was a great show. Eric always does well, especially with people that know him. He's got a loyal following. And he just gave me like 10 drink tickets. And I was like, why not? My kid's not due for a week,
Yeah.
And I'm just drinking, talking with some audience members, having a great time. And one audience member goes, how do you know that you're not going to be a dad tonight? I was like, because I have a cell phone. And she would text me. And I held my cell phone up to her face. And she said, who's Maya? Her water broke. I went, oh, shit. Yeah, and I was too drunk, so I had to ask an audience member to drive me to the hospital so that I could go be a dad. And they were in a Jeep that they had bought from the Walking Dead set, so it was covered in like fake blood and guts. And I pulled up to the hospital in a crop top Jeep covered in zombies and blood and guts. And I get out and she's waiting for me with the bag to go inside. Bless her heart. And she goes, is that Jeep covered in blood? I'm like, there's no time for questions.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but in the end, we ended up having to stay because C-section, you got to stay because it's an operation. So we stayed like 2 nights. So I ended up saving a ton of money on parking because I left it at the venue.
Oh, yeah. Saved tons.
Yeah.
All right. Now we have this video. Picture you sent me. There we go. The UFO picture.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about this one, or was this just kind of like an inside gag for us?
No. I mean, okay. Are we supposed to be funny? Because I love talking about this stuff.
Okay, well, we'll do a couple of minutes on this, and then we got to wrap it up. But because I believe in UFOs. Not that I'm like, ooh, I want to believe. I'm like, we can't be ignorant enough to think we're the only people in the galaxy or the universe. We can't be that stupid.
Maybe not the galaxy. Yeah, could be galaxy too, but
yeah.
Well, so this picture was released.
Yeah.
This picture is a couple years old. This is from a video, and actually Tom DeLonge, from Blink 182. Remember that guy? The aliens got him. Okay, I'll just do it.
There we go.
Okay, so Tom DeLonge from Blink 182 dropped out of Blink 182 to study UFOs full time. This video has now been proven to be real. Whatever it is real. So this is taken from the like a FLIR camera on a U.S. Air Force jet, and they're tracking this object, and they change through infrared and stuff, and it's flying like this, like this, and then it flips up like against the wind, but doesn't stop going. And they estimated the speed at whatever, and it dropped down from 12,000 feet, right hovering above of the sea in like 1 second. Anyways, this video made people be interested in UFOs, and the Trump administration said, we want to know what the hell's going on. So just this year, the Pentagon and the CIA released a 2,000-page report on UFOs. Ooh. And their big finding was UFOs can't be explained. And I was like, well, No, duh. You know, that's like you and me writing a 2,000-page report on sex, and our findings are it feels good, you know? So
Totally.
so people go, they didn't say they're real, but they can't be explained. And I go, read between the lines. Either these craft that can just appear out of nowhere, go at crazy speeds, rotate against the headwind in a disc shape. Either that's like insane Russian or Chinese technology, or you say
Or
that's real. You said this video is real, but it can't be explained. And I go, that's not swamp gas, and that's not a drone up that, you know. So if it's not human, what is it? You know. And
yeah,
now that I have a son, and I realize, it sounds weird. Now that I've brought a creature, I'll say creature, a creature into this world,
yeah,
and seen the process of how even humans breed, I go, that's pretty alien, dude. Like one
yeah.
night you have a little bit of this wine that you bought down the street for $3 a bottle. 9 months later, you're getting dropped off in a zombie van, and then all of a sudden, this thing just pops out of this girl that you met on Tinder. Like that's crazy. So,
Maya, it's more than that. Your relationship's more than that.
what I'm saying is the actual process of doing the ultrasounds and seeing this thing growing, I
Yes.
realized like humans are pretty amazing, but um, it's also very alien to see birth. And I go, if humans can do this, then like life is very resilient.
Yeah.
And I think it's so fucking cocky to think, nope, this is the only planet in the entire universe. And you
Yeah.
said galaxy, not just
Yeah.
galaxy, the entire universe
Yeah.
that life has ever existed or ever will. This is it. And I go,
Yeah.
if that's the case, then every time I've gone to Walmart on a Sunday morning and stood in line and hated my life because the guy in the scooter in front of me in the tank top
Yeah.
wants a price check on no name pudding, then we fucked up.
Yes, we fucked up. All right, Ryan. On that note, my battery's about to die on my camera. So let's wrap this bad boy up. So
Really?
yeah, I'm having a day with it. Um, okay, so where would people find you? You got your shows, the Galley Pump,
Yeah.
you got Tinder chowing down. Yeah, hold that up. You know what? I'm gonna put you on screen.
Okay. This is all my socials. So Twitter at Ryan Sim Comedy, Instagram at Cedar_Sim, YouTube Ryan Sim Comedy, and TikTok Ryan Sim Boy. You can find everything about me. And if you add me on Facebook, you'll see that me and Deej are pretty tight. I'd say he's one of my best comedy friends. I've known him since I moved here. And you can also find me the odd Tuesday at DJ's awesome show at Backstreet Bar. And I heard tomorrow you've got a good lineup, including Mitch McBoger, who's the headliner.
Dave Green.
David Green, great
Yeah.
comic. If you're watching this
Yes.
and you want to come out and see
Yes.
comedy, come out tomorrow to DJ show. Come out Thursday to the Galley, and
Yeah.
you will see some gritty, real comedy.
Sweet. All right, Ryan. Well, thanks for coming. I will probably see you this week sometime.
Yeah, man.
But thanks for being part of the show and being here.
Hey, my pleasure. And doot doodaloot doot.
Doot, doot. All right. Talk to you later, man. Bye
Thanks,
bye.
Deej.
Oh, shit. Sorry I cut you off, Ryan. A premature button push. Well, my battery's dying, so I'll make this clean up. It's November 1st. I'm thinking of growing in November. If you want me to, message me, encourage me. I just really hate mustaches and beards. Like, I don't hate them. I just hate them on myself. They drive me nuts. And thanks for joining us this time. The world's opening up. Party safe. Stay alive. Take care of your fellow person. A little love and respect goes a long way. Till next week. Bye, guys.